across our right of way. Oh, there, that was the placement there, yeah, last week. And there's our clearance of 1.2 feet.
And we had just replaced that.
Yes, that was installed by Pete and his guys. This guy went in there and installed a brand new 60-inch pipe. And then we followed up with that casing. But after that, looks like the construction season is young, so we're just getting started. It's about to wrap up for us, so here we go. But other than that, that's all I got for you. Thank you.
How do you manage the as-bills?
That one, we try to stay on plan as best as we can. But yeah, like anytime that we have the as-built stuff like that, the contractor's been great, especially Lower Valley Water, Texas Gas, all these folks, their engineers on their part,
Right.
they're really good in the.
And then when we finish it, we archive it into our systems, we
Correct.
master archive of as-built.
Yeah, it's scanned.
They're scanned and placed in the
But
files.
if there's any change in clearance or any of our critical parameters, they have to resubmit. We stop work. They have to get us a new set of drawings and we have to sign off.
Okay.
And that's where I go verify. Make sure
So the as-bills,
Yeah.
they get generated as they build them.
Yeah.
Back to the
If
bridge.
they don't build
Dennis-
them, they don't
They
be.
did a City Socorro
Yes,
project?
that's what it's called.
So they're running it, they're doing it, they got their own contract?
They hired, that's Horizon, to doing that project. That's all I got for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.
Thanks. Okay,
Anything else?
that's it for Robert's.
Okay. Roberto? No, you're on.
No, you first now, remember?
Is it a flag up there?
I don't have,
Full allocation, yeah.
Yeah. That's all you have to say and sit down.
I don't have a lot to say when you don't have no water, but I got a lot of farmers here recently been calling, they're getting very excited about next year, so it's real funny, they call me up and like, they know they watered the land, but they're afraid like, they're not gonna get no water. They say, well, guys, your turnout right there, but is it gonna work? So they're getting excited, so I said, we'll see in March, but no, they're just calling to concern about their land and their water and stuff
We
like
got a
that.
plan ahead, yeah.
Yeah, they're planning ahead, but one thing we gotta understand is that with the construction that's gonna be going on the Riverside, the Franklin Feeder, you're not gonna see a return flow until, well, they're not gonna even be return flow. When the water gets here in March, that's when it's gonna start.
The water's coming in March.
Yeah, so if they ask you, don't expect, they won't see nothing until March because the whole system is gonna be shut
They
down.
asked me, I said, Robert said no, we'll talk to him.
But on the positive side, last year was a very, very positive year. When Cassie and Rose tabulated all the deliveries, acre feet last year, we delivered 67,000 last year. It was very positive. This year we went as high as 125,000, so it was big improvement.
Yeah.
So maybe next year it'll be a little bit better.
Well, I think there'll be a lot more land in.
Yeah, and that's all I got is just to thank you for approving what Al came up with, and hopefully we get some work done on that Riverside, so it will be a lot better to deliver water next year. And
Well,
that's it.
those guys that ride their four-wheelers during the water season around on top of the islands, we're not gonna have that.
No. No, but let's see what happens next year with the digging, it should help a lot. And then the St. Pete, as soon as he gets through the Franklin Feeder, he's gonna also jump on the Riverside, the upper section, so.
Someday in my life, I'd like to see that thing cement line. It's always been, I always called it Lake Riverside, because it just.
Most of you, me and you, Johnny, are gonna see it, but who knows, we're getting up to the years.
I may not, but it's, you can still have hope.
Well, to consider what's been done,
Oh, man.
to consider what it looked like 50 years ago, I mean, a couple of years ago,
Yeah, not many years back.
it's been a massive improvement.
It surely has, I'll tell you what.
Nobody knows the Patriot, but when the Patriot was there, like when the first water came in, we practically lived there day and night just to keep it clean. Now, it's so clean and it's so nice to have it.
No, just the whole deal, I mean.
Yeah.
I used to go, to Phoenix and look at the Salt River project, but Why can't we have one like that? It's amazing, so we're getting there though now.
Yeah, no, but it's going, and I think, you know, it's been pretty busy.
Well,
Okay, there.
obviously. At least Pete's busy, I don't know about the rest of
I don't know. I try to help him out, but he always throws me off.
you. He's cranky, right? You don't
And
want
thanks,
to-
guys.
All right, thank you, Robert. Always a good job, hard season, because it happened kind of funny and it happened all in a hurry and, you know.
Sure did.
And managed it well.
Thanks.
All right. Drain maintenance,
Now,
speaking of Pete.
I had tested that remote, it was working this morning, but I don't know what
He
happened.
might
I
have,
think Dennis said it was working.
I think it's working now. He might have turned it off.
Good morning, and thank you for everything you guys have given us. You know, it's greatly appreciated by me and by, I'm pretty sure by everybody in the staff. And Robert's right, you know, he does help me quite a bit. Sometimes I need to kick him the hell out of the way, but he tries. He tries.
And as far as being grumpy, you trained him in that.
Thing is, it's coming over on me, you know, that's not good.
I think he came that way. He wasn't trained.
No, I stay out of the way when he's doing the maintenance, and he stays out of the way when I'm doing the water. We work that way.
That's right. Okay, well, I'd like to start with some of the pictures again from the drains within the city of El Paso. Again, this is kind of repetition. You guys see it almost every month, but I just want to let you guys know that we haven't let off on it. We are hitting it and hitting it hard still. These first,
Is it working? Try the side button.
let me show you something.
I think he turned it off.
No, it's on.
Work better.
Okay, it should be pointed this way, right?
I don't think it matters which way you point it. It's, I was using the side buttons on the.
Yeah, no, it's not working.
Okay, I'll just say go.
They sell batteries over.
Yeah.
I think it's not the original
At the dollar
battery.
store.
Laser pointer works.
So these first couple of pictures are, again, from the drains within the city of El Paso. Pretty much it's self-explanatory. It's over by Sunland Park, just downstream from Sunland Park Drive, heading like towards the river. Keep going out.
Why is this so high?
You know, this is ground, it's a combination of groundwater, and I've actually gone over to the river to see why that water stays there.
Right.
Over on the river, there is almost like a weir inside the river that does not allow this water to drain.
So it's backed up.
It's backed
Like
up
he's keeping
from
it
water season.
Gotcha.
Yes. So this is just basically standing water.
Stagnant water.
From the next one? Okay, again, this is still the city drains going out. Then we jump over into our no, actually, this is still, this is the Boardman Spur drain also. And this is a pretty good picture of a before and after picture. Go next one.
Go the wrong way.
No, you're good. Keep going. These are all the same city drains. Keep going.
There's a big washout on that one a few weeks ago.
Yes. Yeah, we'll go back and we'll wash up, we'll go back out there and haul some dirt and cover them up. Now, again, this is all part of the city drain, so we do charge up, it is part of the contract to charge them for it. Then these other ones are drains outside of the city limits. And most of these are down in the Tornillo area, where we've kind of neglected for the past couple of years, as you can see.
Well, how many miles or how many feet do you get a day with one excavator?
Depending on the growth L, you know, on some of these, I'm having to go in there with a mower before I actually go with an excavator. On this one here, being that the water was so high, we're getting approximately, I'm gonna think about 200 feet
Here, it's
Per-
working.
per day.
There's it.
It has a connect button in the back. We have to
Yeah,
press.
press that. It only works over there. You have to go sit.
It's because you know what? You're pressing the wrong button.
Well, it's only got 4 buttons.
It's got two on the side.
Why don't you stay here and push it?
Yeah,
It's an AI driven.
it's called operator failure.
See, just,
From the work?
Still pressing the wrong one.
Yeah, he's doing
it's a
it
side
wrong.
button, right?
Do you need me to stand there?
I asked you to.
That's what I asked.
What's wrong? Look right here. That's all you have to do.
What's your baby fingers?
Just right there. Right that way.
Get your finger.
He's got big old fingers.
Yeah.
Okay,
His minions.
this here is the Franklin Canal. We're hitting this area as we speak, this or by the zoo. That's the zoo parking lot, or the paisano, right by the zoo parking lot. This area here, we can only get in there and mow it after water season, because we actually have to get inside the channel to get to it.
What a mess that is.
I'm just gonna, when I hear you
Yeah.
click it, I'm gonna press the button.
Okay, again,
Wasn't that part of the agreement that we had with CSP to they maintain the,
well, you know, I think, I have heard that before, maybe, but I haven't found anything in writing
Oh,
that
yeah.
states that.
as an exception, is that the only exception in the whole waterway that we had?
Yes, and then during October, I get calls from the people there at the zoo that they want me to go in there because the birds that are there, and so that's another battle. So I found it, that just to found it be easier just to go in there right after October and knock everything out.
Yeah, that's the canal.
Yes, that's the canal right here, yes.
It's not under the drain
It's
contract.
their,
No,
it's their
That was in
thing.
2015, right? This is.
No, these
no,
timestamps are.
I already talked to my guy about changing those dates on.
Oh.
I talked to him this morning. I apologize for that.
But-
This is the Franklin Canal. This is right before water ended.
You're pressing the wrong button.
There was a before and after. We're still doing our final cuts on the delivery system. This is the south side feeder.
Well, something's weird. I'll stay up. I don't know what's going
No,
on.
he's
You
just,
Anyway. Okay, so this is the Darty.
You can back up too. If you want. My hand off.
It's hard enough going forward. Okay, so this is the Darty and after picture.
okay, look.
So that's the petite controller. Huh?
No, he's
Well,
just,
we-
it's
we-
just,
at least we do
I
it.
don't know why
At
he
least
feels
we-
he needs
do it
to
for
be like
them.
this.
Well,
Tell Lisa when to change
Okay,
it.
tell me.
Yeah, there you
okay.
go.
Then we'll go to the ponds. Now, the ponds, I'm going in there and started working on the second pond whenever we have a chance. So we started cleaning it up already. Go, Lisa. Go, Lisa.
Okay, you gotta raise it above your eye.
Yeah.
I guess.
Ponds, keep going. Here we're removing the turnouts that went inside in the middle, feeding one pond into the other, since we made just one big pond out of two small ones. So this one here, I think, with about another 2 weeks of work, I should be able to snap the turnout in to where we can start putting water in the second pond.
How long does it take us to fill up a pond with the return flow?
Well,
Robert, last time we
if you
took
put
this
all
on-
of it in there, it'd be pretty fast.
Real fast?
Last time with about 20 CFS, it took us approximately, what, 2 weeks?
But a little over a week.
A little over a week.
Yeah, but we have.
But right now, Larry,
So
with
five.
him working on the Franklin feeder, I'm afraid to even get water in there, he'll kill me.
Yeah.
So I don't even try to put water in there.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to figure something around that, because we gotta use this return flow to fill those, at least to do the testing on.
We've been testing it out, but we just, right now, with this short week, we don't wanna do nothing.
Oh, no, I understand that, yeah, but eventually, I mean,
Okay.
for 4 months, we need to make use of that one.
Next
Yeah.
project,
Full.
next project is a replacement of a culvert that we did here on FM 1110, where they'll be placing the water line and the sewer line. So we went in there and replaced the pipe underneath the roadway. This is on the Mesa drain. Now, pipe and all material was purchased by us, but refunded by Roll Valley Water District. So it was all refundable.
Very good.
Instead of one crane, I know. Instead of one.
I knew that was coming out.
I don't think one crane would have done that length of that pipe.
With the right Christmas tree.
Yeah, we
So-
did have to have a Christmas tree.
There's after we walked
No,
away.
that's the thing that holds,
I
the
know.
crane uses.
I know. It'd have to be a biggie.
There's what we walked away from already from the project, so Lower Valley Water District will come back and repave the road once they get their water line installed. We are doing some digging on some of our delivery system. This is up the valley on the Castillo lateral. We got most of our seniors, Robert is helping me out with most of the seniors, and most of the seniors are on those backhoes, cleaning out the areas in their unit that they know needs to be done.
Yeah,
It's
We
the
do
battery.
need a new
you
battery.
gotta go with your right
That's
hand.
the battery.
Need a hammer.
There's one of our brand new backhoes, was on the Juan de Main.
The receiver's over here, so sit over here and see if it works better.
Again, Juan de Main, why don't you just do it all, we're gonna be here by tomorrow morning. Barreal, and then,
Tell me to slow down.
back up a little bit.
Goes fast.
Oh, they see me when I get
This is up there on the 341, right by, that's 1109. That pipe corroded, so we had to go back in there and install a stubby, what we call a stubby. This is a turnout that we removed from a different area, and rather than get rid of it, we utilized it in this area. This is only about a year old. We removed it from here and put it on the 341. This is at the tail end of the branch A, here by below Zaragoza. This is an area where Robert and his men were having a very hard time because there was no wasteway, no spillway. So anytime they checked up the water for the small tracks, if they weren't on top of it, we would have an overflow and flood somebody out. So we went in there and we're redoing the whole structure and making a spillway for him.
Where's that spelling to?
That is spill into the Mesa drain.
I see.
What we gotta do on that one, second one, we just need to go back and put the hardware in. But that's been already completed. Then this is the Franklin feeder. This is, we started on the Franklin feeder approximately about the 30th of October. So we've been on it for about 2.5 weeks. We've done approximately about 1,500 feet, about 90% of it. So my goal is to have at least 3,000 feet done before our men start going on vacation, to where once they get back, we can start with the concrete and the shotcrete, to where I can continue with the dirt work, but have the shotcrete behind me pouring already. And that's the only way we're gonna do it, to be able to accomplish the getting out of there by March.
You think that's gonna help that sedimentation problem, right?
This area, yes, yes. Yeah, this whole canal here, this is the last section to be shotcrete. The rest of the canal has been shotcrete. And we do not have any berms or any kind of sediment.
And the stuff that's already been done, it's working, right? Because
Yes,
you keep afloat. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And we're narrowing the channel.
Terrible,
We're narrowing the channel approximately about 25 to 30 feet in some areas. We're going to a 14-foot floor, so we're narrowing the floor also. So it's just speeding up the water to where it moves on its
yeah.
side.
That was always our sediment pond.
Yes. You going now? Rest of the pictures are from the,
So, just clarify, Pete got started a little early, the water miller approved this project for construction to proceed on November 3rd, so we'll have the 3 days worth of mobilization that we can't go to it, but that's not an issue, because of the price increase, we're gonna have to contribute more money anyways, and so those 3 days, they'll pay 100% of it.
I think we're still gonna exceed the amount that was set to begin with.
Oh, yeah, there won't be any.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, remember that one was 15 grand, they only contributed 15, so I think you can do the last 1,000 feet we cover there.
right.
But we are approved now, finally.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. And here you see the kind of the progress that goes into this, the narrowing and the shaping and the network that goes into it. Keep going up. This is right there, right by the new Rios yard, by the Socorro ponds. That bridge goes into the Socorro ponds. Those are our guides, those orange sticks at the bottom. That's the bottom of the toes and the center of the channel. Once we get everything closed up, we'll go back in there, take some shots again, and drop the floor to what the elevation calls for. These are a couple of turnouts that were removed We actually had to break them in place because our equipment just couldn't pick them up. These are turnouts that were used for the city of El Paso for the tree farm that they had there. And I think they were also used by the water treatment plant back when they used to exist.
That really, those went into the ponds?
No, they actually did. They were right on the feeder, but there were, I think there were discharges to go into the feeder
Yeah.
from the ponds.
Okay.
Now, this year, we pretty much lost all the concrete underneath the bridge here. There's a water line that runs right underneath there where you see this gentleman standing. There's a water line that runs right in there to service the yard. That failed throughout the year. So we're gonna go ahead and expose it and reactivate it, encase it in steel casing, and leave it there for future use.
So this bridge has, it's a 70-year-old bridge. It was put in to get into Squirrel Pond. The abutments are failing on it.
I looked at it, Al, and it looked pretty solid to me, but then again, you know.
Well, anyways, Pete's gonna, what we decided is we're gonna stabilize it and just watch running any heavy equipment, anything that's loaded, we'll slow it down.
It's
I
not
think
that
that'll
old
work
now.
on you.
It's not that old, because they redid it when they did that pond. So they used to
The
get
ponds
on-
came, well, you mean in 91 when they took the pond,
Mhm.
so the ponds came out of use in 91, right?
That's when, but they redid it right before that.
Before that, okay.
So one of the things that I've been kind of talking to Al and Jay is, it would be feasible and it'd be smart to build another bridge downstream. There's an access road there that's actually, I think it's a public road, that we can utilize to get all our big equipment through there. So that way we don't use this one here, use this one just for the pickups and just for the yard. And at the same token, we can get straight to the back to where we're gonna start stockpiling our dirt and start utilizing that piece of land back there.
Next year. Next budget. Maybe, bridges are expensive.
5-year plan?
Yeah. we'll put it
You
in.
going now?
Going into 16 years.
Yeah, 20-year plan.
So that's what it's looking like, you know, as we get closer to finishing up that area.
Just imagine
That was a before and after kind of show you. Now, this right here is below the bridge. Okay, the first couple of pictures were above the bridge, that's from the Partidor to the bridge. Then those other pictures are from the bridge down to the cement. And we're gonna be doing the exact same thing that you see which is right there.
I mean, that's another big benefit, you know, we're moving away from, well, when we get farther down here, we're moving away from the road too, from the tech center right
Yes.
away, so that.
So those three stakes that you see on the bottom, again, you know, the center one is the center of the channel. The ones on the ends that's how much I got close that canal.
That's the new toe.
That is the new bottom of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't want to speed it up.
Well, the water has to get up above 3 feet per second to move the sediment. It'll start moving at 2.5, with 3.2 is the calculator number you wanna hit.
So usually, I think the capacity for the feeder, correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, 300 CFS?
250.
350?
No, we won't have any problem with that. That thing will have, it's got enough slope to it, to
Yes.
as much water as you can take.
Yeah, it's from the Partidor down to the Sanelli checks, I need to drop approximately pretty close to 3 feet. So, the water's gonna be moving.
Yeah, the checks.
It's a slope, huh?
Yeah, that'll slow it down.
That's just-
We'll have to actually slow it down when it checks.
Any questions for me?
Good job, Pete.
Thank you,
As
sir.
always.
Thank you.
This is, a lot of y'all don't really realize, or some of you do, I guess.
Oh, you guys want me to
This
bring it up?
amazes me, all of the stuff that Pete does, but the reason being, we want to thank our ex-attorney Jim Spear, because he called our attention to you quit giving your property away, and we started charging some non-tax revenues or what doing all this stuff. Imagine what the taxes would be if we tried to do with taxes. That's what I'm saying. I just think about it and look at all the advances that we've done. And it was Spear that called our attention to it a long time ago. And we took heed, and it's made a tremendous difference. We would never be where we are now. On the back of the farmers or the landowners, we did it. So that's the reason it was like it was before. Anyway, but you do a great job, and Robert always with the water, and all of you also appreciate all of it.
One thing I'd like to also bring up is we received our water truck. We got it in on Tuesday. Monday. We got it in on Monday, so it is back here. I was gonna show you guys a picture, but Mary said no, because she hasn't paid for it yet.
Because she hasn't paid for it yet.
But I will present some pictures on our next board meeting, so you can see what we bought. You guys are welcome to go back there and take a look at it. It's a hell of a beast.
You wanted to match up with $500 report.
Right, exactly. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Pete. All right, now we got a bunch of applications. Who's gonna handle that? Sharon.
Mr. Stubbs, did you want to group A and D? They're all for photo logistics.
Surely, yeah, it's short, I hope I saw the same deal, just a different application.
Okay, so A through D is subdivisions for Photo Logistics Center, commercial unit 1, 2,
You said A through D.
I'm sorry, yes, A through D.
D.
And these are, licensing has reviewed them and recommends them for approval. These are warehouses off of Nuevo Hueco tanks.
Is this up to new warehouses?
These are the new warehouses.
Yes,
Man,
that's what
oh
it
my
is.
God.
Well, they're multi-use,
Yeah.
but anyways, they're subdivisions.
Do I hear a motion to approve the applications, application 3312, 38, 86, and 87?
So moved.
Okay, Art makes a motion.
Second.
Larry seconds, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Application 3404, for the Rio Vista Estates Unit 1 in the Upper Valley. These are for homes. Licensing has reviewed these and recommends them for approval.
Do I hear a motion to approve application 3404?
Move to approve.
Mike makes a motion.
Second.
Larry seconds, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Application 3405.
This is for subdivision San Francisco Estates, subdivision also in the Upper Valley for a home. Licensing has reviewed these and reviewed this one and recommends this for approval.
This is for a home?
No, for residential homes.
Oh,
Do I hear a motion to approve application 3405?
so moved. Second.
Is that George? George makes a motion, Art seconds, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Application 3311, for El Paso Water, for a 25-year license to construct a 16-inch PVC well collector line and crossing the Riverside Canal. Licensing has reviewed this and recommends this for approval.
Hey, hold on.
Do I hear, excuse me?
I have a question. 16-inch PVC well water collector line. I don't know what is a well water collector line. Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
The city owns groundwater wells in the vicinity, so they're gonna collect, but it has to be treated. It's not-
It has to be treated so it's a.
So it's just going to the plant.
It just means, is it, okay, but it's inside of a 32 inch?
We put everything inside of an outside of a sleeve, so that if we hit the sleeve, we'll know it before we hit the pipe. So we require that all.
Well,
So, and also if they need to repair it, they can pull it back out.
okay, so some sort of like part of the manifold system of that,
You know, I recall, I don't know exactly, I have to pull the folder if you want me to, I can, but
No,
my
no.
understanding is, yeah, they're collecting from multiple wells and they gotta get it across.
okay, I got you.
Okay, do I hear a
Thanks.
motion to approve application 3311?
Make a motion.
Second. Art makes a motion, Larry seconds, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. application 3388.
by the city of El Paso for a temporary construction license, for residential access roadway ramp across the Juan de Herrera Branch 8 at Olsey Trail. Licensing has reviewed this one and recommends this for approval.
What is a temporary residential access? You wanna go on or what?
So this subdivision is having, we're not really sure, subsidence issues, not from groundwater pumping, but just, I think, from poor construction. It's a really old subdivision. You guys are familiar with it. I can bring it up on the thing, but anyways, the roads collapsed in certain areas.
But what is a residential, I mean?
I'm getting to that. So the roads collapsed, so the road, they can't get in and out of their subdivision because the roads collapsed. They want to repair it, so we're giving them a temporary access that goes over our canal to go into a dead end or cul-de-sac
Right.
next to our canal. So this will just be while they're doing the construction to fix that collapse.
Okay. I understand what you're. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Larry makes a motion to approve application 3388. Art seconds, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Golden Valley Water District.
The next two are applications, 3316 and 3317 for water lines for the Socorro Logistics Center Park. Licensing has reviewed these and recommends these for approval.
These are for the lower valley.
Yes, for Lower Valley. I'm sorry, but it's for the Socorro Logistics Center Park,
That's who would be supplied, the water will be supplied to
Yes.
that, but the license is for.
Lower Valley Water District.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve application 3316 and 17?
I move to approve.
Okay, Mike makes the motion. George seconds. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
The next one is for 3431 for House Electric. They are upgrading the existing transmission line and pole, and it's crossing the Bahia lateral at Socorro Road.
Aren't all of those the same,
Well,
31?
The two are, they're upgrading the existing transmission line and pole, and then the other two, they are actually installing.
You're overhead.
And that one is for, the 3435 and 3436 are for a subdivision also on Nuevo Hueco, the marketplace.
Okay, so which, you want to just approve them?
But we can approve them all at the same
Oh,
time, but
okay,
they're
it's
not
all
all.
El
yeah.
Paso's.
They're different locations, same company.
Okay, so entertain a motion to approve application 34, 31, 32, 35, and 36.
Move to approve.
And Mike makes the motion.
Second.
Larry seconds, all in favor say aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carries.
The next two are approval letters for Texas Gas. These are for again, another subdivision on, one of them's on Half Moon Pass and the other one is on Barbara Avenue. I believe it's in Nuevo Hueco Tanks, south of Nuevo Hueco Tanks.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Okay. Well, I didn't ask what I got in there, but there's an already, we made the motion to approve these and Art second. 34, 37, and 34, 38.
Those involve questions for the attorney, so I recommend they get moved to close, and then
Then
we'll consider them when we come back.
Never mind, take back my second.
Okay, so we have to talk about it in closed session, so we don't need a motion, is that what you're saying?
It's up to, it's up to the attorney, but I think Renee would probably, I haven't discussed this with Renee, it just came up, but it had to do with some previous litigation, so I would think it's definitely a candidate for closed. We don't have to have it closed, if you want me to discuss it in open, what?
Do we need it? No, just, what's the deal, I mean, are we,
Well, that's what I briefed you about in closed session, about.
or do we have to go to closed session to do it?
I-
Attorney?
Say it again.
So
I couldn't tell if you asked me a question or were just making fun of it.
Both.
I would never do that. We would never make fun of you in the form of a question. This issue came up, there was some litigation involving dewatering within the city limits of the town of Clint. I just was made aware of that. I can since it involves litigation, should we go to closed session to discuss that litigation? I think the litigation's been resolved, I don't know that for sure, but I believe it has. Or do you want to discuss it in open session?
And let me comment that this is new to me. I didn't even know this was coming up, honestly. So my reaction is, it's fine to discuss it in open session, but I don't know anything about the litigation itself, so it's hard for me to know for sure.
Well, I guess you'll stop me if you want to go to close then. While I discuss it.
What do we
I'm
need
straight.
to, we need to?
Well, yeah.
I don't think we do. I don't see an issue. So we were, you recall, there was damage done to homes in the town of Clint from dewatering. You guys
Do I
remember
recall
that?
that?
It's a while back.
It was a while back, what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago? Significant damage.
It's probably a little
Kind
longer.
of, sort of, so,
And there was a lawsuit involved with it, and we were named in the lawsuit. And we were released from the lawsuit.
what does that have to do with these things?
Well, these are dewatering, so the board at that time said, because of the litigation, that we would, that all these would come to you, and typically, I think what we were doing is working with the town of Clint to make sure that they were okay with the dewatering, that we didn't.
Have we
We
checked
didn't.
with them?
We've tried. So there's complications of that, but that's, so if you, so what I say that I feel comfortable talking about in open session is, you could approve these under the condition that the town of Clint doesn't object. Or we could go to closed session and go through the whole litigation.
For
You're
pending,
not talking about. all-
Texas gas.
resolutions on Texas gas.
Oh, wait, Bain?
Oh, we
No,
didn't.
no.
Texas gas.
No.
Yeah, you
it had
jumped-
Nothing to do with Texas
Yeah,
gas.
you jumped over.
Oh, I'm sorry, no, my fault.
Well, they
Can I-
said-
I thought they approved those.
No, they haven't passed a resolution for Texas gas.
Oh,
yet.
my,
Hey, that's the one I was working
So
Yeah.
on.
where are we at, Texas gas or?
We're-
we don't have our Texas
we're-
gas, there's no issue with Texas gas, sorry.
Yeah,
that's my
those
fault.
were
Where are we?
approval letters,
Clint?
yeah.
All right.
Licensing
Now I'll
has
ask
reviewed these and
again,
Sorry
recommended
about that.
approval. Yes.
I'll ask again, I'd entertain a motion for application 3437 and 3438, Texas Gas Service Division 1 gas installation.
Move to approve, John.
Second.
Got the motion in our seconds, on for
Thanks,
say
Shane.
aye.
Sorry, I got that.
Okay.
Motion carried.
We were moving so fast, I thought you.
So, now, on the dewatering, we're a party to it, but not necessarily a party to it. In other words, why should we be liable if the town of Clint or whoever decides to go in there and do their thing, they should provide not only the insurance to make sure that there is no liability or they're gonna pay for it, if that happen. And then if there is any house damages or whatever, public damage, that the contractor or their body, whatever, is responsible, so it would keep us away from that type of.
And that's what happened in the situation. The board at that time, though, said that they wanted to be, in fact, they stopped approving any dewatering permits within the city limits. And so all I'd be requesting is that the board, this is, respect what you guys told us to do. I'm trying to do what you guys
And I
told.
think it should be, I mean, we need to clear it with them first.
Yeah, and that's all if they're okay with it, then we're okay with it. And you're right, everything's in there to,
So we
what
pass
you said is
these,
exactly correct.
we can pass these contingent.
Contingent, that's up to you guys.
Yeah,
They don't have to be contingent, it's up to you. That's why I thought maybe you
No, I
wanted
think
to get
it
advice
should
of
be,
the
because I
attorney.
mean, it's in our best and the town of Clint's best interest, so they should be aware of it.
But that resolution only applies to 3444 because 3443 is a
One's in
different
Clint.
location.
It's not in, Clint?
One's in Clint and one's not.
Okay, I'm fine.
Okay, so 3443 is a dewatering license
From the Franklin.
for the Franklin, and it is for Brejada Estates.
Yeah, so I'd entertain a motion to approve application
That's it.
3443.
Yeah, okay, so that one's separate, and the other
It's
one's.
separate, and then the other one is the
It's in
Clint
the
Lab.
Clint Lab.
Yes.
Move to approve, subject that the insurances are in place.
No, that's not what it needs. What the board wanted was that the town of Clinton did object to it.
Okay.
We've already made sure the insurance is in place.
Application 3443 is not in Clint. That's why I'm asking for a motion.
I know,
to
sorry,
approve it.
we're jumping around again. so.
Okay,
I'll make the motion
all right. We got a motion, do you have a second?
Second.
Okay, our seconds, have a motion to approve application 3443, which is not in Clint, to approve the It's a dewatering license to Bain Construction. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Now, application 3444, I assume is in Clint.
Okay, well, like I
Yes.
said, these were your guys, I'm not in line, so I'm
Okay,
just
so-
filling in, obviously, for Jay. He would have done this right.
I would entertain a motion to approve that, contingent on the city of Clint agreeing to it. Okay, so do I hear the motion?
So, or maybe not objecting to it, I guess. We won't require, it's a subtle difference, sorry. So, no objection from the city.
Right, however it's supposed
Okay.
to be.
I think that's what Larry
Complicated.
That's what Larry said, so I'll say.
Yeah, Larry makes motion, Art seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Okay, now, dang,
Next one is,
it's kinda hard to get through.
We were going so fast.
We were going sideways.
the next two are, approval letters under existing license 1990 for the city of Socorro. And, these are for, roadways, again, for the Socorro Logistics Commercial Center #1, and both of them are for Center #1. Licensing, reviewed these and recommends them for approval.
We can pass these together, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'd entertain a motion to approve license application 1990 and well, they're both 1990.
Well,
No,
they're
they're
under
letters.
existing, yes, they're letters.
Now I'm confused. Application 3313 and application 3315.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Larry makes a motion.
Second.
Second. George seconds. All in favor say aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We got through that.
I apologize, I was just,
Apology-
as you guys know,
apology
I'm not doing any licensing work right now, so.
Apology not accepted. All right, number 17, there are none. Down number 19, grant agreements. Who's gonna do that? We'll discuss that.
Yeah, it was Jay's too, but I'll do that. We probably, that one could go to close, we probably should go to close, or it's use of our property.
I think we have one that's not really happy with the situation.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come back, we can discuss it if need be.
Okay, so
We're not asking for any resolution, it's just information only, but it has to do with the use of real properties.
Okay, well, let's go into closed session. That's the only other thing that we have to do, so we can do that in closed session and take a short break. And if you want to close session, we'll just stay here.